The MCU's downfall is something that should really be studied. Marvel was at their peak after Avengers Endgame, and since then, they lost their way completely. There was too many shows, no plan, and a villain that nobody feared. The MCU really fell hard. But now, the Russos are back, Doctor Doom is coming, Robert Downey Jr. is returning, and the MCU is facing a great soft reboot.
Hello everyone, it's Zolton, and in this video we're going to analyze the downfall of the MCU and its potential comeback. So let's get right to it.
Avengers Infinity War and Endgame set the bar really high. The Infinity Saga worked because it had a clear plan and build-up. Every movie felt like a puzzle piece leading to a bigger picture. Standalone films felt connected, with Iron Man leading to the Avengers, Civil War breaking up the team before a world-ending event, and hints of Thanos along the way. That hype and trust made a show up for every film. Even for characters we didn't know yet, Marvel gave us a banger after banger and delivered one of the most successful blockbusters of our time. After Avengers Endgame, Marvel was at their peak. The Multiverse Saga debuted with WandaVision, which kicked off strong. There was weekly speculation and fan theories, the magic that we always loved from Marvel. And Loki was low-key one of my favorite Marvel shows, and it delivered an incredible villain introduction with Kang as who he remains. And when Feige announced that the Multiverse Saga would conclude with Avengers the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, personally, I was so hyped. Secret Wars is one of my favorite Marvel comics, so I was immediately on board when I heard of this. But then came Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Look, I love Ant-Man. I enjoyed the first two films, which are honestly heavily underrated, but introducing Kang as the big bad in an Ant-Man movie only to have him lose to ants? Yeah, that killed it for me. And then combine that with so many Disney Plus shows and movies that really had no connection at all, it started to make me realize that Marvel was focusing on quantity over quality. And don't get me wrong, there was many hits in the Multiverse Saga, but it didn't make up for all these misses we've been receiving. Recently, Kevin Feige admitted that there was no clear plan after Endgame, and this is what led to so many issues with the Multiverse Saga. It is clear that Marvel was convinced that us Marvel fans would watch anything they throw at us, which perhaps maybe I do, but I still acknowledge that a great deal of these projects were not done right. But then Marvel made one of the smartest moves they could have made. When they realized their mistakes, in July 2024, Marvel pivoted. Feige announced that Avengers the Kang Dynasty would be reworked into Avengers Doomsday, and both Doomsday and Secret Wars would be directed by the Russo brothers, the same directors who brought us The Winter Soldier, Civil War, and of course our favorites, Infinity War and Endgame. The decision to make Doctor Doom the big bad instead of Kang made so much sense. Doom is one of the greatest Marvel villains of all time and makes so much sense for setting up Secret Wars. But then came the shock of the decade. Robert Downey Jr. will be returning to the MCU, but as Doctor Doom. The man who built the MCU in a cave with a box of scraps, now being the villain who destroys the multiverse. Fans went crazy and began to speculate again. Every RDJ post, every post-credit scene, suddenly we cared again. And that spark from the Infinity Saga truly felt like it was returning. And since then, MCU releases have shown vast improvement. Deadpool & Wolverine had just released and was a box office hit. Captain America: Brave New World, first MCU film of 2025. And while it was just an okay film in my opinion, I think it was a transitional movie, and honestly that is fine. This movie served its purpose and introduced us to Sam Wilson as the new Captain America. But then came Thunderbolts. This is the movie that told us Marvel is back. A team of outcasts, nobodies, and morally great characters all coming together in a story that actually meant something. It just had real emotions about loneliness, redemption, and finding family in unexpected places. I went into the movies not caring about any of these C-list characters, but by the end of it, I fell in love with these characters. And the best part, the post-credit scene revealed to us the Fantastic Four spacecraft entering Earth 616. From that moment on, I was officially back on the MCU hype train. Fantastic Four First Steps released, and this movie was another great deal, reintroducing us to Marvel's first family. It was a phenomenal movie, full of warmth, tension, emotion, and the high stakes. I was skeptical of the cast at first, but it turned out to be the perfect cast ever, and it was truly refreshing and nostalgic to see some of our favorite characters back on the big screen. But the post-credit scene? Dr. Doom finally made his MCU debut, leaving me so hyped for Avengers Doomsday. Matt Shackman says that it was RDJ in the Doom cloak, but I'm honestly not buying it. I mean, are they really gonna pay RDJ just to be hidden in a hood for 10 seconds? Maybe, maybe not. But either way, it sets up Avengers Doomsday in a massive way. And with Spider-Man Brand New Day being the final film before Doomsday, we know we're in for an actual grounded street-level Spider-Man film, as Kevin Feige has revealed. This movie will be packed with such an incredible team-up and really exciting villains. And I'm sure it will have a post-credit scene that takes us straight into Doomsday. It really is looking like a brand new day for Spider-Man and for Marvel Studios. Moving forward, Kevin Feige confirmed that Secret Wars will reset the MCU's timelines, giving us a soft reboot. And that is huge. It means a fresh start for our old characters, new storylines, and a chance to just start over. We've been told that the X-Men will become the main focus after Secret Wars, and with a fresh slate, Marvel can finally introduce them into the MCU. They already have a 7-year plan mapped out from 2025 to 2032, and it is clear that Marvel wants to bring us into a new golden age with less quantity but greater quality. And this soft reboot will give us what we have wanted for years, having the Avengers, X-Men, and Fantastic Four all in one world.
I truly believe Marvel has screwed their head back on, and with Brand New Day, Doomsday, Secret Wars, the Russo brothers, and RDJ, I believe we're potentially looking at a new golden age of Marvel, potentially better than the Infinity Saga. But the question is, what do you think? Are you back on the Marvel hype train, or are you still skeptical of Marvel's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, and if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel content just like this, and thank you for watching, and as always, stay blessed.